Hey there, welcome back. Today I'm going to speak to you about the Rode VideoMic NTG. This is the mic that I've been using to record all the videos that I've been doing so far. It's the high quality mic option versus the DJI Mic 2 that I'm using right now with the Osmo Pocket 3 camera to demonstrate this, because I don't have another mic to show you how this is going to work. When I tried to plug this in and demonstrate, I was getting a lot of noise from handling the mic, so I'm going to do it this way. I think it's going to work a little bit better. So I'm going to go over some of the features of this mic. You have a look at this. Is the entire unit that I have here. This is just an adapter that I've screwed into the bottom. And the adapter lets me mount this to my boom pole, and it lets me mount this just above out of frame. So I'm using this just above and out of frame because I'm reviewing things like this right in front of the camera. And what happens is, if I have something that is mounted like a podcast host would mount their mic right over here, which is the best way to get, the highest audio quality, because it's that perfect hang 10 distance away from the mouth. Here I have to mount it a little bit higher out of frame, so it's not the perfect distance from me, but I think I just play with the audio levels to get it to the quality and to the volume that I want out of the system. So here you can see the unit itself is coming with a camera mount at the bottom over here. I've put this adapter in here, but if I remove the adapter, it's quite tight. If I remove the adapter, you can see that there's actually a shoe on it over here. You can see there's a camera shoe mount right on the bottom of it over there, and that lets you mount it directly on top of your DSLR or your mirrorless camera, and that's going to give you that run and gun application that it was originally designed for. What I'm using it here in the studio for is more of like a situation that you'd actually use an XLR mic for. It's more of a static position of a mic, not moving around. But this mic gives you such good sound quality that, and without any need for phantom power, because it's got a battery built in, that I'm using it in this position and I'm having great success with it. So the mic itself costs about $250 US. It's about 340 Canadian dollars right now. Prices are going up with all the tariffs and whatnot, but it really is the sweet spot, I reckon, for audio quality versus performance. And if you spend more money on a mic, are you really going to get that much more noticeable quality? I don't think so. The jump between the DJI mic, which is what I'm recording right over here with, it's like the wireless mic that it comes with. I just mounted it on the stand, and the quality that comes out of this is quite big. I would say there's a justifiable jump to purchase this and mount it on a boom stand, and have something that's dedicated in the studio that you could use continuously. It's always there. You're not going to have to charge it. It does come with a battery. It doesn't run off mains. You could charge it via USB or keep it running off the USB connection, but it's got a 30-hour battery life, and it charges like in 2 hours. So it's so convenient. It's definitely not going to die on you, because it's got like this cool auto on, auto off feature. When you plug it into the camera, it's going to automatically turn itself on. It senses the connection, and then if it doesn't sense a connection for a long time, it automatically turns itself off. Or when the camera goes into standby, it goes into standby mode. So it certainly is. It's a very smart little mic, and it has built-in features that shortcut you to success. So it has like your high pass filters over here, your 75 and 150 right over there, and then that actually cuts down like low rumble of like traffic or like wind noise. It cuts down as well. And then it also has built-in negative 20 dB pad over here as well. So if you're in a noisy environment, you can actually turn it down. If you're at a concert, or if you're recording a music performance and it's quite loud, you can use that to automatically turn the volume levels down, so that you get a better quality recording. You also get a safety track button hard built into the mic, which is really handy. So if you are interviewing somebody who's talking very loudly and and clipping the audio very, very often, you can have a second safety track simultaneously recorded that you can fall back on in case the audio is too loud and you can't use it, right? So it's much like in photography when you have blown highlights, right? That's actually going to save you. And the negative 20 dB pad is actually like putting, I equate it to putting like an ND filter on your camera, because it's going to subdue the audio to a level that's manageable, just the way an ND filter subdues the light to be more manageable by the camera. You have your direct controls for volume right on the end of the mic over here, and here's actually what I'd recommend doing. The numbers go all the way from 0 to 15 on the mic itself, so I'd recommend going to like 2/3 of that. So I'd recommend going to like 10. I set mine to 10, and I set my volume on the camera down, way down low, so the camera is not controlling the audio. The preamp in this is controlling the quality of the audio output. So that's the way I'd approach, or at least the way I was told to approach audio recording. And certainly audio is far more important than the video quality, because like as you've seen right now, I'm recording with a very, very small sensor DJI Pocket 3 camera. You could be recording with your phone. And as long as you have good quality audio, in this case it's a wireless lav microphone setup that I have over here, as long as you have a nice direct, clear communicating audio system, it's going to be far more impactful having that nice audio with okay video than spectacular video with okay audio, right? Like, so for example, if you're using a real pro video camera setup and you're only using the built-in microphone versus using something like this on a camera, you're going to get far better quality video production because of the quality of the audio in this, right? So as far as charging it goes, it charges via USB-C. You can see the USB-C port on the side over there. And if you plug this into your computer, you can actually use this as a webcam microphone. And when you plug it in via USB-C to your computer, you can use the 3.5mm jack on the side over here to actually monitor the levels and the quality of the audio just via headphones when that's plugged into the computer. That is also, by the way that you update the firmware on this unit, is you plug it in via USB-C, right? So it has multiple ways that it uses that USB-C port, and I'm glad it uses USB-C. The shock mount is an adequate shock mount built onto this. It's nice and springy, and it has cable management built in right below the shock mount, so you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. That's like little channels where you can like route your audio cables through over there. The bottom of this unit over here is threaded as well, so you can mount this straight onto a smaller attachment point. The one that I have on the end of this was too large to mount this on, so I had to buy an adapter. So you just get a little adapter on Amazon and throw it onto here. And when you throw the adapter onto there, onto the bottom of this, run it into here, you can turn the mic all the way onto your boom pole. Okay, so once you have it on that position over here, and I've got my boom pole over here, I just lift this up and I put it just out of frame. Actually, that's nice and tight. So just so you can't see it, like that over here, so it's like this distance away from my face, and that way I can demonstrate something here, like use my light meter here. If I'm talking about something over here, I have this mic that's just out of frame over here. If I had that mic down below, like in a lower position over here, like if I had that below my face, like a podcast presenter often does over here, then it's kind of in the way. It's like it's right over here, but I'm going to be, trying to move things and show things, especially if I'm trying to show things like larger studio lights or camera bags or things like that. It's going to be in the way. So I prefer to like move this up and out of the frame. And of course you have to make sure that it is out of the frame because there's nothing worse than like a little dangly, the whole time above your head while you're trying to talk. So I try to keep that nice up and out of the way. What else is there to say about this light? Weight is not a factor. It's a microphone, so it's very, very lightweight. You mount it to the top of the camera. The camera's not even know it's there. So I've really enjoyed using it. It's something that you set and forget. I've just stuck it on this pole over here. It turns on automatically when I turn my camera on, and it records the audio flawlessly. I've no complaints about this unit, and certainly I've gotten a lot of comments that this Rode mic has awesome audio quality. It's definitely not the sound of my voice. I don't sound that good, but this will make anyone sound good. So I highly recommend trying something like this out. You don't have to spend the money on something to this level, but like as long as you're choosing a shotgun microphone that is decent quality, you could spend like $100 on a shotgun microphone and get great quality audio and mount it in the right position. It's the same analogy as I say when you're using lights. Light is light, and if you have it in the right position, and if you have the right modifier in the front of it, you can make any light look good. So just purchase a mic, something like this, and put it in the right position, get your audio levels right, and I'm sure it will perform perfectly for you. Let me know in the comments if you have one of these and you like it like I do, and if there's something else you'd like me to review, please drop me a comment and mention that. I'll see if I can accommodate, and join me next time, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you later.